Hector from International MMA channel representing the US. We are here because something spectacular is going to happen. The spectacular thing is September 21st, 2013. We will have UFC 165. We see the return of Jon Bones Jones after he defeated Chael Sonnen, and so on and so on. And we've been waiting for a fight to see what he will look like with an actual legit top contender. Not to saying those weren't top contenders, but it's been a while since we've seen him actually fight somebody who is officially ranked number 2 in the UFC division. The fight card looks awesome. So here I go. I'm going to give you my predictions for UFC 165. We're going to start with the lightweights on the pay-per-view event. We're just going to say Pat Healy versus Caleb. On this pick, I am actually going to pick. I'm actually going to pick Khabib over this one, over Pat Healy, simply because I think that Pat Healy is a good fighter, but paper-wise and seeing the fighters that he has fought in the past, Khabib has fought bigger fighters, and I think he has that advantage because of that reason. So Khabib's going to be my first pick for the pay-per-view card. So that's a lightweight fight. That's going to kick off the whole UFC 165 on pay-per-view. The next one was going to be a middleweight fight against Costa Philippou and Francis Carmont. Philippou is one of these great fighters, a technical striker, likes to stand up and bang. Francis Carmont, if you haven't seen him, he's one of these great fighters. I don't even think he has a defeat yet. And because of that, and like the same thing with Khabib, is he has a better list of fighters that he's fought and harder fighters, I think. And I think that's going to give him a better advantage. And so on this one, I'm going to pick Francis Carmont for that fight. So that's going to be my pick. Then we move up in weight to the heavyweights. Heavyweights is going to be Brendan Schaub versus Matt Mitrione. Matt Mitrione has been looking really good, has changed a lot of stuff. Brendan Schaub is still the tall, lengthy fighter. And on this one, I'm actually going to pick Brendan Schaub. I just think he has better cardio and is able to take these fights, take the fight into the deeper pool, and is more better technical striker than Matt Mitrione. Not taking anything away from Matt Mitrione, but I think Brendan Schaub's going to go ahead and take the W on that one. Then we go to the co-main event, which is an interim championship versus Eddie Weidman versus Renan Barão. And Eddie Weidman was once the WEC champion for the bantamweights. We've seen him in the UFC. He's had trouble with fighters like Uriah Faber and other fighters. He was going on a 2-fight losing streak and then had recently won his 3, I believe. Barão, I don't think he has any losses. I think he's a faster pace fighter, and I think on this one I'm gonna have to actually choose Barão for this fight. It's gonna be one hell of a spectacular fight. If you guys never watched bantamweights, whew, you guys are in for a treat. These guys go full cardio all 5 rounds, so this is going to be one of these exciting fights. Barão, I see the victor on this one. Now the main event, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson versus Jon Bones Jones. This is one of the first fights that I think Jon Bones Jones didn't want to fight Gustafsson. He is now the legit top contender in this thing, and he did so by spectacularly picking apart Mauricio Shogun Rua the last time that Gustafsson had fought, and that got him the chance to go ahead and seek the champ after Jon Bones defeated Chael Sonnen. And this is actually going to be a great card. It's going to be my pick of this is going to be the pick of fight of the night. But unfortunately for Jon Bones Jones, I'm going to give it for the Mauler on this one. I think he's more of a dynamic fighter. Not to say John Bones Jones isn't. We've seen some incredible stuff from John Bones in the past, but I think he knows that this guy is a great striker, a great kickboxer, and he has the same reach and distance advantages as John Bones Jones has. So there is no, how would I say it? There's no real reach differences on this one. So both of them keeping their distance, anything like that is out of the picture. You're gonna look at two guys that are basically one slightly bigger than the other one, and I've seen a lot of pay-per-views where their commercials were like, oh well, Gustafsson has the bigger reach advantage, has the more, is taller than John Bones Jones. I don't think those stuff's really gonna matter. It's gonna matter more of how Gustafsson can go ahead and take John Bones Jones out of the game plan of what he's planning to do, and just really take it out as being a striking style of match. And I like to see what Gustafsson will look if John Bones takes it down to the ground. But I really see Gustafsson winning this fight. Recently with John Bones Jones, I really haven't liked the kid. I liked him when he was champion, but there's been some kind of arrogancy and cockiness about him. And I think if Gustafsson would win this one, I think it would only humble John Bones Jones and make him a stronger fighter and probably more dangerous fighter in the future. I think John Bones Jones needs this type of this competition, this level of competition. UFC is only the best of the best is in the UFC, and I think him fighting Gustafsson is really going to be his first actual real challenge of retaining that belt. And I'm going to have to give it to Alexander Gustafsson on this one. My name is Hector Gomez. This is International MMA Channel. This is the first episode of video predictions that we're doing. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. I'll go ahead and put the sites down on the descriptions below. Tell us what you think. Once again, like us on Facebook and everything else. Peace, and have good night, good fights.